Welcome everybody back to Fate Pathfinder. This is going to be our second episode for Andrew and our fourth episode overall. After diving into the rule books a little deeper, I sadly have to say I have to mulligan, recant a few misnomers and some falsities. I never said I was the best GM or that I knew everything about anything. And one of the things I'm particularly not knowledgeable about, and we just spent about an hour looking up in further detail, is magical items. And we were butchering, like utterly eviscerating, worse than what the Vatican looks like right now after a bomb. Yeah, we did not do anything right regarding the crafting of magical items.
Anyone who watched episode 1 is probably screaming at us.
Probably. If there are comments, if this was viewed at all, I'm sure we are being flamed as we speak. And a lot of people are probably pleased that we actually caught our mistake, and we're going to recant that. So for the sake of convenience and the sake of time, and to just keep the story progressing, the weapon that our dear Owain wanted to make was the star something knife?
Sparkwave Star Knife.
The Sparkwave Star Knife.
Sparkwake Star Knife.
Sparkwake Star Knife, and it has also been enchanted with Keen and Call. We've subtracted the necessary funds, and we calculated the necessary time to do so. And we'll just say this was all done before he got to Rome, and we are picking up where we left off. Again, we talked a little bit behind the scenes about how we're going to run this, and I'm just going to say that we're going to start open with a little cinematic, if that's okay with everyone. Yes? Thumbs up? Thumbs up, thumb.
So we're just going to run this one as just a shorter session then?
No. I'm just saying I'm going to open up the session with a cinematic. This will still be a full-fledged hour and a half session.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I was suggesting the time skip thing as a sake of convenience because I didn't know that if you guys had enough time to run a full session.
No. We're all good.
To run. Yeah.
Oh.
We just had to do it like now, and I'm saying the time skip works really well because canonically, and I'm interweaving the story and all the players together wonderfully, which you shouldn't know because you shouldn't be watching any of the other players' YouTube videos. But I am.
You've uploaded the other ones?
No.
Yes. No, not at all.
Obviously not.
They do not check the YouTube channel right now.
You could make them private.
We could, or we can
we
could trust you, Andrew. Which one is simpler?
Well, you know which one you can't do.
Trust you?
Apparently trust you. I don't know.
Well, that's because you keep mentioning it. Quentin, don't mention these things.
Fine. We don't have YouTube's videos up there, not public, and don't watch them. Don't watch what's not there. Exactly.
It'll be clearly labeled which ones you can't watch.
Yeah, you can only watch the ones that specify your character's name. We'll call it that. We have a little dash and a little parentheses of which character it is. You are free to watch your own Owain, just in case you wanted to hear your own voluptuous voice.
I'm free to watch my Owain.
Yes, you're. I want to murder you for your puns. Okay, but yeah, like I said, but I can't. Well, that is not true. This is Pathfinder, and I'm the GM. I can be as cruel.
Oh,
as
I meant in real life.
Oh, well, yeah, no, that's illegal. In most places.
Not only because of that, but yeah.
I know how to get away with murder.
We watched enough Criminal Minds, and she's a nurse. We could do it.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyways, we're gonna start off with a little bit of cinematic because behind the scenes we agreed to a very short few-day time skip. And so basically this is how it's gonna work. You are talking to your monkey as you're walking through this wonderfully white hospital. It's basically you're currently going in through the emergency entrance room because you kind of just had a bomb explode in your face, and you went up to the receptionist, who just has like a little half rectangle little desk here in this white room, and you saw this priest guy, this bald guy in priest robes, and you were walking to him, and as you're walking to him, he's walking to you. You see each other. You look like you're both sternly walking to each other. You faint. And just completely black out. I mean,
wow, impressive.
It must have been the bomb. That's the only thing you can think.
There's the blood loss, yeah.
Probably the blood loss. You
Kind of
kind of just
tracking it all across McDonald's. They asked me to leave, not actually.
I mean, you didn't really even care to tend to your wounds at all. It's a miracle that you walked at all.
Sure I did.
Um,
I wiped myself off with my sleeves.
okay.
I tightened my belt around my stomach wound.
Okay, the next thing you know is that a few days later, we'll say, like I said, a few, so 2 or 3 days, you just wake up and you just hear beep, 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 beep. It's very steady, very frequent. You find yourself in, again, a white room, a lot smaller than before. You're currently just in a bed, hooked up to a heart rate monitor and an IV drip. You are in just standard hospital gown right now, under a blanket,
My
and
beautiful clothes.
don't worry. They kept them in the dresser. We can go reclaim them once you leave.
But they had the beautiful color of blood.
Yes, your blood. Why do you think we're in a hospital?
Because I walked here to meet Preacher Man.
Fair enough. But on the other side of things, a bomb went off in your face. Now, I avoided it because I'm more skilled than you.
Ouch.
I'm a tough guy.
Says the
Laughs
man who
maniacally.
fainted and passed out for 2 days.
Only
Very
because
fortunate.
that priest man made me.
He was the one who was tending to your wounds.
Yeah, but he made me pass out for my own good.
Are you sure about that?
How else do you explain it happening exactly when I happened to walk by him?
Coincidence?
I think yes.
I think not.
Think what you want. And as you and Wukong are talking, you just hear knock on your door,
Yes.
and the door is turning. They're entering. And you see the bald priest man.
Sup.
And he says, "Greetings. I am glad you are well." I forgot I needed something.
Some accent you've got there.
I do suppose. Arguably, I could say you have quite the accent to yourself.
Could say that. Yeah. But I don't know that mine is quite as theatrical as yours. I'm not saying it's faked, it's just particularly eccentric.
The land of my people. This is quite common. In fact, we would say that you have a very theatrical voice.
It sounds like you're making him. You're trying to make him sound Japanese-ish. And I'm from Japan.
He's soft Asian. Yeah, but you're not doing an accent. You're not as cool as me. You don't try.
Oh.
It's dubbed.
I'm trying to add
I'm
a
a
little bit of
dubbed character.
I'm trying to add a little bit of spice of life. I'm sorry I can't do a perfect Japanese Asian accent.
I'd
And
like
this
to
is
see
what I have to.
Andrew try.
I mean, he can do stereo.
Owain Tohsaka.
I mean, he can do stereotypical
Basically the
samurai
same thing
too.
he was doing.
I'm trying to tone it down a bit, but I'm still trying to get it past that he is of Oriental descent.
You're of Oriental descent.
That's just not factual. Okay, anyways, so yes, you were conversing with this man. And he says, "I hope your wounds have healed you well."
I do have a question.
By all means, I possess a wealth of knowledge.
Let's see. No, that should be fine, because considering if you were a normie, then you wouldn't know what I was talking about. Are you ruler?
That is the class designation I have been given for the participation of royale.
Neat. I need to sign myself up.
There have been extenuating circumstances at this time. Not enough servants were summoned. So, we are assuming that the only ones that show up are in the...
Okay.
Do-
Still need to sign up. That's my servant. I point at Monkey Man. Mr. Wukong himself.
Out of game, we never really saw that many people actually sign up for the Grail War. What all does that entail? Some people just...
Well, we saw Shiro do it.
Yeah, no one else cared to go through formalities.
They did. They just weren't on screen when they did it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know some people are just like, I'm a participate?
Because they always referred to them registering as a master?
Did they? I don't recall these things.
That's why Reen brought him to the church.
Okay.
Do you need to watch Fate again to run
Probably.
your own campaign?
I mean, they never specified signing up
Yeah,
or
they
anything
don't.
in Apocrypha.
Well, it's not on paper per se. It's sort of a pact thing.
Again, did they ever show it on screen what all this entails? Are we gonna like do a blood bond? Do I need the signature?
More of a spoken word thing.
Okay, he acknowledges
I
that you
remember
are
all
now.
what Shiro said.
He acknowledges now that you are a participant in the Grail War, and he expects you to uphold any rules and regulations that he decrees.
Especially the no normies rule.
Yes, particularly that as well. There's been a lot of, yeah, particularly that one as well. There's been a large conflict coming on as of recently due to the explosions that have been happening.
Oh yeah, was that a magical explosion, or did someone just prox bomb the Vatican? It's like, who does that?
We have some of the best investigators currently looking into this. No one was able to find any trace of evidence, but all I could tell from particular residue that it was a magical bomb that took place there.
Was the mana particularly strong?
It was adequate enough to be concerning. No one can tell, though, if it was a master or if it was just a terrorist attack.
I think it's pretty safe to assume it was a master. Unless there's some terrorism going on in Italy recently that I haven't heard about in the news?
Not particularly, but for now, for all of the non-magical users, the normies, as you call them, we are telling them that it was a terrorist attack. And everyone is to be on high alert. We have police precincts scouring every known tourist attraction to make sure that everyone is safe.
Police precincts.
Shut up, Andrew. It's hard to speak in a not my native voice. I've got to think about my inflection, you cackling witch.
I'm not a witch. I'm a wench. Get it right.
Okay. If you want me to, I can stop the gosh darn accent.
I'm not saying you should. I just
Little bit of spice of life for you. Just go ahead and ruin it and make fun.
I thought it was fun.
Okay. But yeah, you figure out that they've been deploying bomb squads everywhere, and they currently have multiple police, and everyone's going through very thorough checks before they enter literally anything. You've got like metal detectors and police details. There you go. Just sweeping literally everywhere and anywhere of importance, which in Rome, there's a lot of those.
I wonder how I'm gonna get my knife through.
It's a very good question.
Yeah, you have to think about this because you can't use magic in front of normies.
I mean, it just looks like it looks like just like any other normal knife.
Yes, but sneaking a knife into a museum in front of a bunch of police. Anyways, besides the point. So you're still just in your hospital robes and everything. Are you gonna do anything?
Son,
Yes.
can you grab my threads?
Can't you go to the main desk and ask for them?
I don't know. Can I?
Why
Thanks to
not?
IV.
I don't know. Ping a nurse.
I'll look over for buttons to ping a nurse.
Yeah, you got a little like red button by the side of your bed.
I press the button.
Okay, you hear a ringing out in the hall, and yeah, there's a couple minutes from now, there's like a scurrying of feet. Anyways, if you were just gonna do that,
What do I
Ruler
do then?
basically says, "Well, if all is well, I will be leaving you for now."
Fair enough.
Okay, so he
So,
exits
wait,
the room.
before you leave, how many
Mhm.
other masters have... Oh, okay, what's the word I'm looking for? Signed on so far.
Officially,
I think that's
he's
a pretty fair thing for me to know.
he takes a brief pause as he's trying to figure out who all would be officially signed on.
I mean, the GM has to figure that out.
He says, officially, besides you, 3 others.
Okay, then.
If that is all. He nods and goes to exit the room once again.
I'll let him leave this time.
Okay, you let him leave this time. That's very kind of you. So he leaves. Within a few minutes, your nurse comes in, and M can't do very peppy nurse female voices. Nah.
Ah, I can.
Okay, M.
Exhausted nurse, then.
Be a very exhausted nurse. You're very worn out from helping bomb patients.
Okay. Yes, yes, I'm coming. Stop ringing the bell for the 100th time.
I pressed it the once.
I'm sorry. How can I help you?
Well, I was curious about admittance to leave and getting my clothes back.
You want to leave? Well, the doctor has to come in and see you, and he has to do a full check of you just to make sure that everything is okay. You were brought here because you passed out, sir. So, unfortunately, it would be against medical advice to have you leave right now.
Fine. I'm not gonna
So-
go against the nurse.
What'd you say, Andrew?
I'm not gonna go against the nurse.
I'm not gonna go against the
The
nurse. but-
actual nurse is saying the
Don't
actual
shoot the
stuff,
messenger.
basically.
Wait, shoot, where's my knife?
Well, she says all of your things have been placed in your... If I could say this with, like, a clear nose. All of your things have been placed in a bag. They're in the closet over there. In your room, basically. She puts them...
Neat.
Yeah. So...
Okay, so do you go to get changed?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that when she leaves.
Okay, wise. Okay, she's going to exit the room. You find all of your stuff situated there. No one questioned your knife. It's still just tucked away in a jacket pocket.
Is someone making rolls?
Hmm?
Is someone rolling things?
Why do you say this?
Cause I'm hearing like blips, like you get from moving around your cursor in a Final Fantasy game.
I don't believe so. Are you still hearing it?
No, it's just
Okay.
like once or twice.
Okay.
Anyway.
So yeah, all of your stuff was untouched. Well, I mean, not untouched. It was folded neatly, but no one messed with your knife. Either no one saw it or Ruler took care of you, and he just knew probably that you were going to be a master, registering for the Grail War, and knew you had some form of self-defense on you. And didn't particularly question it, as long as you know you didn't actively go out and hurt anyone. So you're getting dressed. You're about wrapping up, putting you know. You got your underwear on, you got your shirt on, you're putting your pants on, and then just outside you hear a big
I'll put my coat on.
Okay.
And I will not put the IV back in.
Okay. So you walk out of the room with your pants hanging at your ankles.
No. Wait, what?
Yeah, I said you put your shirt and
I-
underwear on, and you
I
were
said
working on putting your pants on.
I said I'd get finished dressing and then do it. And
You said you put your coat on.
I thought you said I had my pants on.
No, I said you have your underwear and your shirt on, and you're putting your pants on.
You probably were,
Oh.
yeah, you probably.
I wanted to catch you with.
I finished getting dressed and leave.
Okay. There's a lot of screaming and smoke, and fire alarms are going off. You exit the room and you walk down the hall, and literally the entire front entrance to the room literally blown clean off, rubble and all. There are a bunch of heavily injured people. A couple of people that look. A few people in particularly look very disheveled. Two EMTs, a person who looks far more injured than anyone else, a little girl near him, a man in a nice suit next to them. There are a couple of other random.
What kind
But-
of nice suit?
I'm
We talking like cue ball in a black suit?
not a cue ball, no, but he's in a nice black suit with a red undershirt and a black tie on. No, he's not. He's got a blazer on and like a purple shirt. He's got a cane and a top hat.
Oh, hello there, sir.
He's in the
I
mix.
found my eccentric fellow.
It's a very tall and slender African American fellow. There are a bunch of other random tourists. There's a rather large gentleman. There a lot. I mean, a lot of these people were headed in for the emergency room, and they just ended up getting caught up in what you assume is another bomb blast. And you see Priest tending to most of them.
You didn't, did you?
Did I what?
Did what? He doesn't
You
have to answer
did
anything,
not.
Andrew.
What?
This man,
What man?
this tall, slender, African American looking man.
Andrew, before you start guessing, just think. Would we really make it so obvious for you? Would we?
You didn't.
What did you do? What are you referring
You
to?
stole Jaden's character.
No, I did not.
What?
I did no such thing.
Nothing.
I know exactly what he's referring to, and I did no such thing.
Anyway. Alright, so let's see. We've got it. So there's an injured girl near the man in the suit.
Yeah, so there's the man in the suit. There's a
He
very
seem injured.
man in the suit.
Yeah.
Not particularly. It looks like he wasn't caught in the bomb's radius, or at least because he doesn't look at all disheveled. But he's very worriedly looking at the little girl. She looks like she's in her preteens. And there is a much more injured man. He is currently wearing a Hawaiian button down, but you can see underneath of it. It's set. There's a little shirt with a thumbs up, and it just says "I love Rome," and he has a camera. He clearly looks like he's very much a tourist, and that he was just a bystander. But he looks more so critically injured than anyone else here. This man looks like he has seen some things today.
Guess I'll go up to the tourist man and start. I don't know. Have any particularly obvious blood gushing wounds?
Okay, so you are trying to walk up to this man and immediately race by you like a handful of doctors, all looking equally as disheveled. And they say, "Thank you for your assistance, but please step out of the way. We're trained medical professionals." And they just push you out of the way.
I'm gonna try and keep an eye on tall man.
The tall man is bending over and he is helping the little girl up. You can tell that the little girl she's wearing a black dress. She has short black hair. She's got black makeup on. She's just kind of dusting herself off, being like, no, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. It was barely breezed by me.
That's a servant.
Hmm?
That's a servant.
The little girl?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Snow's got a worried look on her face.
Huh?
no, she's not paying attention to us whatsoever.
Yeah, no, what?
Um,
Andrew's trying to get context clues out of me. Little does he know. I have no idea.
So Priest is racing around, laying his hands, like trying to assist, praying over a bunch of the wounded, and a lot of them miraculously just seem as if they are bright and
A-okay.
chipper. A-okay. Like nothing, like bomb, what bomb? Didn't even happen.
It's Jesus!
Yes, Jesus with an Asian accent.
It's bald Asian. It's Asian Jesus.
Andrew, what's your passive perception, by the way? Before Quentin gives you too much without having you roll. I just want to know.
That's actually a fair thing.
Because we haven't really had anybody roll that much in this game.
Nin.
Passively 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so he wouldn't be getting really.
He's getting most of this. I mean, whatever he's not getting, I mean, these are important developing questions.
Yeah, but you should be having him make those perception checks.
Again, I was going to play this a lot more cinematically. So, Priest is tending to all of the wounded. And what are you doing?
I guess I'll walk over to the tall man with the little girl and ask them if they're all right.
As you do, you are coming right across Priest. And he looks you dead in the eyes, and he says, "I do believe this is another one of the Master's attacks, the same one that assaulted you in the Vatican. Please, I do not know if they are targeting you, but this is an eerie coincidence. If you could lay low for a little bit, that would probably be the wisest decision you could." He also tells you that there's a little back room in the hospital, or you could just go to the room that you were issued before, but he thinks it would be wise if you stayed in there while they cleaned this whole mess up.
Not that man and the little girl. They seem suspiciously okay from this explosion.
I was also curious about this. They could be another servant or master. Do not worry. Rest assured I will look into it.
Okay.
Wait, he didn't fill out his discharge papers yet, did he?
No, he did not fill out his discharge
Okay,
papers.
so by this point, if you're not in your room, you're getting hunted down by this nurse, by the way.
I think she's more busy with the explosion victims.
You have no idea what kind of paperwork nurses have to go through. If you have somebody who leaves against medical advice, she's not going to let you get out of there without.
This is a nurse telling you this.
Technically, the doctor never came, and
You left the room.
Yes, but I don't think the doctor ever came to give me medical advice, and I'm not. Are nurses allowed to legally give medical advice?
They can tell you can't leave the premises.
Yeah, she can tell you that she can give you a form that basically says you can leave it, but you have to fill out a form that says you leave against medical advice so you can't sue them. Basically,
I
these
never
nurses
filled out any forms though.
That's
they
why
just
she
put you.
come
They
after
just,
you.
They just put you in as John Doe for now.
Yeah, so
That's why they would. That's why they would come after you, just because they don't want to get sued. That's
they don't want to get sued, and also you kind of have to pay for staying here multiple nights in the IV drip.
Fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically,
Miss Nurse comes chasing you down.
Yeah, Ruler's gonna say the best thing for you to do is probably go back to your room. And as he says that, the nurse comes in and
Sir, you cannot be out of your room. You need to go back immediately. Come with me. And she's gonna reach for you.
Fine, Mum.
And she also kind of stresses that she currently doesn't think it would be wise for you to be hanging around all of this chaos, especially with your recent faint. She doesn't want you to strain yourself or, I don't know, raise your blood pressure, your heart rate or anything. Doesn't want to get you too excited.
Those people are definitely not fine. I figured, considering my occupation, I might be able to help.
He figured, considering his occupation, he may be able to help.
And she says that does not matter. You are under my care. You are under the hospital's care. You need to go back to your room.
I mean, I feel like. Well, I would ask, what's your occupation?
Nurse is not going to do that.
What if he's a registered doctor?
He was a patient and he fainted. That could be brain hemorrhaging. That could be a concussion. He has to get checked out by the doctor. That's what a nurse is thinking.
Okay. Apparently, you're on timeout and you have to sit in your room.
Yeah.
Okay, Mom.
I'm just letting you know this is what a
back
nurse
to
would
my
do.
room.
Quentin, you have no idea how many patients like would lie to basically say like, oh well, I'm this and I don't need to be here. I'm like, no. You have no idea what you're talking about. Go to your room.
Okay, Mom.
Basically.
Okay, so yeah, you are going into you were ushered into your room by your nurse. And I mean, you're in your room now. You may do, please.
I'm gonna start. Oh wait, no, I don't have to prepare spells. That's
Because
right. I'm
you're
a
a
sorcerer.
sorcerer.
I'm so used to having to do that.
Yeah, no, not a wizard, not a magus. You're not a schmuck. You don't have to do these time-consuming things.
You're a
I'm not
schmuck.
a paladin. That's what I'm not. I'm not a paladin, which means I can be true neutral.
Neutral paladins. Anyways, yeah. So what do you plan on doing? I mean, I can type, or you can. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
And I guess I'll ask son. What do you think? What'd you make of the tall man and the little girl? 'Cause I'm assuming he followed me, at least in spirit form.
The little girl's a bit young for me.
That's not what
And
I
I'm
meant.
not. I don't swing that way.
You know what I meant.
Yes. I don't know. The tall guy was radiating suspicious aura. I definitely think he's a servant.
Either that or a master.
No. So you see, I don't really get I don't get weird, tingly, worried sensations when I'm around you. You're not really all that threatening. But that man, I
Ouch.
definitely felt like I needed to be a little bit more concerned.
Hair standing on end?
I mean, it's not like imminent danger. I mean, I'm still myself, and I know I can take just about anyone in this Grail War, but I definitely don't think he should be overlooked.
That's what I thought.
The little girl, she seemed like a little girl. I'm impressed by how well she took the bomb to the face.
Do you think you could tell him while I have to stay here?
I mean, probably. I don't know where they went to right now.
Keep tabs on him. See if you can find him.
See if I can find him. I mean, again, I sense a very strong radiating energy near. It's putting off a different kind of energy. Obviously, ruler would put off a more rulery energy. So I definitely think one of them's a servant. But
either way, that's the kind of person we'd like to keep tabs on, so we can murder whichever one of them isn't human later.
yes, murder, death, kill. I know the drill. But I think they're in a closed room right now. You just hear like someone tapping on glass. Hello.
What?
He's tapping on the glass to a room, and he says he thinks they're in a closed room right now.
That is a little obvious, don't you think?
You're a little obvious, don't you think? Carrying around knives
Do you
in public.
understand? It's in my coat. No one's gonna see it unless I open my coat.
Ah, yes, that's what you think
To
until you get
flash
pulled
all the
over by
children.
TCA.
Kid, wanna buy a knife?
And he's like, wait. They could be in the next room over. That one has a closed door with no window. And he sneakily walks over there and puts his ear to the door. Talking about something about bombs going off in the city. How one exploded right in the little girl's face. How the little girl's awkwardly fine. Minor injuries. Oh, this is the second bomb blast she took to the face today.
Wait a minute. Luke? That couldn't be Luke.
What?
Couldn't be? You couldn't be.
He was going to play a child, though. And he was considering playing a female.
I
And
thought
he
he was
does
just gonna
have
play a
cast.
female.
I mean,
Questions
are you?
for a later time.
I mean, are you telling your servant to do anything?
Keep tabs on them. Watch them if they leave the room.
What if I get caught? Do I have permission
Why you
to
stay in
engage?
spirit form?
What if they sense me? I don't know. Magics. It's almost
And
like we
you
use that.
skedaddle.
Oh, we can't fight them. It's just been so dull. The only exciting thing's a bomb that went off in your face. I didn't even get to see the other two.
I understand that, but
I have been sitting around for 2
a
days.
hospital is not the place to fight. Do you realize how many people
What if
there
I
are
can just
here?
catch 'em
Let alone
outside?
security cams.
What if I can just catch them outside? How about that?
He would know these memes.
Yes, he would. The Grail instills servants a wealth of knowledge.
But still a populated area. We're not supposed to display these feats of strength and magic to normies.
If I tail them and they leave, and I follow them, and it's dark and it's secluded, and they just so happen to find me, can I get about that?
Maybe then.
Yay!
But maybe we want to see if we can find their hideout and then prox bomb it thoroughly.
Wow, what is with bombings?
Yeah, he's like, wow, I didn't know people in 2024 were such terrorists.
But it just stands to reason that if they're bombing everyone, maybe they should get a taste of their own medicine.
How do you know these are the
And-
people that are bombing everyone?
I don't know. I just have a feeling.
I mean, from
No,
the
it's probably
conversation,
not actually. The one,
from
the little girl got blowed up.
from the conversation I'm hearing, it sounds like they haven't located the bomber person, and everyone's intent on doing so because it's kind of making a lot of mischief.
And it's not managed.
Like
Still, it'd be a lot easier to sneak up on them if they thought they were safe.
That's true. Fine, I'll tell them to their hideout, let you know where it is, do a ninja reconnaissance.
See, then we just swing a mile-high pole on them.
Yeah, we could do some serious damage. He's
We
thinking
could,
about this.
Yes.
He's kind of like imagining swatting the moon out of the sky with a pole.
Again?
Yes. It's a
No,
fantasy.
I know that
of
was
his.
you.
Tells me. It's always been a fantasy of his. He's never been able to do it successfully.
Says the character who has been able to do it once successfully.
No, Wukong. Wukong
No,
hasn't been able
you.
to. Yeah. He's envious. He
man he knows nothing about.
Yeah, exactly.
The man with cloud envy.
So yeah, he says he's just gonna keep tabs on him.
Nifty.
He says if I were you, I'd ditch this stuffy joint. We've been in it for 2 days. Had to steal other people's McDonald's.
You stole people's McDonald's.
Don't worry, it was a fat man. He looked like he'd die of diabetes in 2 days anyways.
Your diabetes.
You're probably not wrong, but
But is Mickey D's good?
I really like it that much.
Well, you know,
Excuse me,
I
wouldn't it be
prefer
wacky?
Wendy's. So he starts talking to you about all of these fast food chains that he's stolen food from the past couple of days.
Do they even have Wendy's there? Don't lie to me, Quentin.
Wheaties. Neighbor, just old-fashioned Burgers.
Yeah, he went to Wheaties and McDonald's and what's the other one? Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Bubgerkurg?
Kentucky.
And yeah, Bubkerkurg.
I hate
But
you.
yeah, he went what? Kentucky Fried Chicken?
We
Yes.
should go to Apple Bapples.
He says, "Ooh, that sounds amazing. Sounds like they have really fruity teas."
Neighbor org ribbon bib.
Now I think you're just making up words.
Spubby. E3.
Now I'm not. Are you sure that bomb didn't do some serious brain damage?
Nah, it's just something funny I saw once.
Okay, and why do I always get stuck with the weird ones?
It's just parodied restaurant chain names.
Mm-hmm. Sure they are. Tell that to Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's quality meat.
That sounds like some sort of foreign Kentucky Fried Chicken.
What are you talking about? What's Kentucky?
It's a state in the United States of America.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, their army might be coming in.
Do you have knowledge geography, Andrew?
I am a well-educated person. I think I would know.
That doesn't mean you know every state. You're from Japan.
Yeah, Andrew. Roll knowledge geography.
Because that's metagaming, Andrew.
Metagamer! Cheater!
610.
16. From Japan.
To be fair, though, as a fan...
Who's ever heard of Kentucky in Japan?
Yeah, as
Kentucky Fried Chicken eaters?
As a fan of what, Andrew? Please finish your sentence.
As a fan of fast foods.
Are you? Yes! Canonically,
is your character, not
actually.
you.
Yes!
Wait. I did see a Kentucky Fried Chicken in Japan. So I will let this pass. I actually saw a few of them.
No, Quentin, I'm going to put it this way. Remember that video of the Korean guys? What's name a type of noodle or name a type of food that they have in Korea they don't have in America? Neuter. I'm sorry. I can't go by that.
Neuter.
Anyways, yes, no, I saw multiple Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it's a moderately popular chain. He would know of it. I'm fine with that.
Multiple
Okay.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
But just so you know, Andrew, you're from Japan, not America.
Yeah,
also,
I'm going off of knowledge of things from that would be in Japan, and that
also
Japanese
Owain
food
is a fan of anime, so it could stand to reason that he's seen a devil.
See, now I want to look it up to see if there's actually Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC
Where?
in Japan.
Where? In Japan, there is.
Quentin's
Is there only
seen
one,
them.
or are there multiple? And where are you from, Andrew? What city in Japan are you from?
I can't remember where the Tohsaka's mansion is.
Wait, why would you go? I thought if you're a wealthy person, why would you go to all these fast food chains?
Because I like the food. It's in Fuyuki.
Yeah.
Is there a KFC in Fuyuki, Japan?
I don't know about that. I can look it up. Fact checking. I know there's one near Tokyo.
If there's only one, dear God.
I'm sure there's more. Yeah, there's one near Shinjuku Station. I know that for a fact because that's the one I went to.
Yeah, Fuyuki is not too far from Tokyo.
How's not too far?
Like, really close.
That tells us nothing.
I don't think you understand. There are a lot of them for Tokyo.
Oh.
Let's see.
Wait,
Fuyuki runs.
wait a minute.
It's by Kiba Park, which is.
Wait, what is this?
How long? How much distance is this? How do you? Directions to. It's part of Tokyo. It's a district of Tokyo.
Is it?
Fuyuki?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a district of the. Oh, no, I see Fuji.
Just look up Fuyuki
Oh
on like Google Maps.
my gosh! Wow, I was like in the heart of Tokyo. Yeah, I see where Shinjuku is. And I went by Shinjuku Station like every single day. So yeah. Oh, I found Seijo.
Anyway,
Sidetracked.
that was a massive segue.
So yes, he says that he heard them discussing that there's the potential for the United States military to get involved, and that the UN is calling a meeting pertaining to the terrorist attacks that have been happening in Italy recently.
I mean, they haven't been doing that in the real world.
Well, I live in an idealistic world where the UN actually
When actually pays
cares.
attention.
Yeah, where people actually pay attention to bombings and terrorist attacks, okay?
Fair
Okay,
enough.
there you go.
That would be an idealist world.
Exactly. Okay, so yes, the United States is mobilizing its army because the Italians cried out for help, and the United States is like, sure, we're not in a war.
We like your food.
We like your food. We don't want you to die. You kind of you're traitor. You're traitorous, but at least you joined our side in World War II.
Leave the Italians alone, man.
I thought Italy was part of the Axis.
It was.
Yeah, they betrayed the Germans and the Japanese and joined the Americans and Britons after they realized they were losing miserably.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Alright.
That's why I called them traitorous.
Fair enough.
How rude.
How rude.
Anyways, so yeah, you heard that the United States military might be that they're calling that Japan was calling reinforcements, that the UN is going to come to a deliberation about what to do about the recent bombings in Italy. You hear that Wukong says it sounds like the tall slender man unless the girl has a really deep voice and sounds Cajun. Always possible. It sounds like the tall slender man is gonna try and locate whoever's doing this bomby thingy by scrying on a piece of shrapnel that was left over. And it sounds like Ruler is very definitive that the bombs that have been going off are alchemical agents.
That would explain why they keep exploding when masters pass them.
I don't know about that, but
Sorry,
okay,
that
go boom.
could explain why. Because you could rig a bomb to get set off by a particularly strong magical signature and all that.
All they know that it's alchemical and that no one else has been able to find anything like fingerprints or people buying bomb supplies in mass quantities.
In Rome or at all?
In Rome particularly. Well, in most of Italy, they're widening their search. It's only been a few days since the bomb went off in your face, so they haven't really had much time to look into it. But needless to say, it sounds like they're exhausting a lot of sources right now, and the police sound like they're stretched really thin.
I don't know what to do.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know what to do.
Well,
I'll be honest, I didn't expect to be very good at this.
Come on, you've watched a lot of anime. Both in-game and out. Channel your inner anime character.
Well, typically the protag would
Wouldn't
just
that be
ignore
channel your
doctors
inner
and leave
otaku?
anyway, but I can't do that because I have to abide by the law.
Wait, I'm sorry.
'Cause
What'd you say, Andrew?
I said, well, typically the protag would just would just leave the hospital regardless of the doctor's recommendation, and then just go out on their way anyway. But you see, the thing is, I have to abide by the law because I'm not some orange jumpsuit. There's an orange jumpsuited demon fox child who just runs out of the hospital to go training.
Ah, okay. I mean, you can do. If you can think of something in Pathfinder, you can certainly try it.
Look, I just have a feeling that if I go through the window,
There's not a window in your room.
not a window. Is
A
that
window in your room.
intentional? Fine. If I go through the wall and just leave the hospital, then I'm gonna get hunted down as a mental patient.
You may classify you as a missing person. Spread
What
your.
if I leave
But
a
to-
note?
Hmm?
What if I left a
If
note?
you leave a note.
Hey, I don't need I don't need primary care anymore.
I mean, if you
can
remember,
tend
she
to my-
said you could fill out the leave against medical advice form. You can fill out forms.
Paperwork. That's boring.
Yeah, but then you
Well,
won't
Chase scenes are more exciting.
offers him solution, refuses solution.
Starting to sound like Wukong. It sounds so boring. Can't we just drop a bomb on him?
No! This isn't Nagasaki. That's offensive. That's really offensive. I apologize.
Andrew, censor yourself. This is a school project.
We'll just bleep that.
No,
Post.
I don't bleep
Yeah, right.
anything. I don't filter.
M's too lazy to edit things.
Too lazy. I'm the one who made most of this project happen for recording purposes. What?
What?
Well,
All right. So what have you decided to do, Mr. Owain?
I'm gonna go out to the front desk and ask for some leave against medical advice forms.
You do realize those are highly unadvised.
Yeah, I realize that.
You understand that the hospital is not responsible for anything that happens once you leave against medical advice. You'll keep these forms, a copy for yourself and a copy for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So you fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, Em, how long do you think it would take on average to fill out that paper?
Well, first off, I feel you try it would take a while. They slow you as much as they possibly can. So they
To make you not do it?
Yeah. Yeah. Basically. Wow, my voice got deeper.
And about like a portion of the way through, you're like getting your paperwork, and you hear Wukong say, "They're on the lam."
I'll be out in a bit. Hopefully. Confounded nurse is always slowing the process.
Not the nurse's fault. It's the hospital policy, man.
As of right now, it seems like they're going near the train station. Oh, by the way, they're in a really sweet black SUV. Looks like they've got armed guards, too.
Huh.
Really big, meaty fellows. Look like, I don't know, if I wasn't a servant, I would be intimidated.
Do any of them look like that guy that was following us yesterday? Or I guess the day before yesterday.
No, these look more like the I privately paid you a lot of money and now you're going to follow me around type.
So not the I privately paid you a lot of money and now you're gonna follow someone else around type.
Yeah, see that man, he looked, let's see, he was wearing black, he had a beard, and he was really he was kind of slender, probably really fit though, I don't know. But no, these guys look like really big meatheads, probably some like art or something.
Some what?
So like they were part of some like an army or something.
Probably ex-military. That's what.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of private security is.
Precisely.
Ex-military, ex-police force.
That's what I'm thinking. But anyways, they're in an SUV. They're actually past the train station now. Looks like they're going to a church.
Is it the Vatican Church?
No. The Vatican's all the way across the river. It's not near the train station. Have you looked at a map? Oh, speaking of, are you on the? Speaking of which, as he says, have you looked at a map? You immediately, poof, go to a map.
Oh, we're back on the map page.
We're back on the map page. And here is the train station, towards your right hand side.
Can you
That's the
ping
train
it,
station that he's speaking
please?
about. Can I ping it? I can ping it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Give me a second. Over here.
Okay.
That is the train station in which you believe he is referring to. I lost sight of them. They stood behind some big meaty guys and now they kind of disappeared.
They stood behind the meaty guys and disappeared?
Yeah.
Did it look like they teleported, or
I didn't see a puff of blue smoke or anything.
did they just go out of your vision?
I guess so. I mean, I've only got like 40/40.
I don't know that that's how measurement works, but okay.
I've got better vision than you.
Yes, you are a lancer. That is what you do.
Exactly. So yes, no, they went out of my sight. I don't know. They ducked inside the church, went inside a building. But I still feel the servant's energy radiating somewhere around the church. I could go in closer, but like I said, a bunch of big meaty guys standing around. Looks about maybe 2 dozen. Definitely a really large security detail. Looks like they're setting up cameras and everything too.
The question is, are these security guards mythic level characters?
No, I could easily incapacitate them, but you said I can't have fun in broad daylight.
Oh, yeah, right. It's still daylight.
It's getting close to the afternoon now.
I guess once I've finished these paperworks, I'll hail a cab and head over to an area nearby, and then I'll walk the rest of the way.
Okay. That is all fine by me.
Oh shoot! How do I pay? How much hospital expenses?
How much would a hospital expense be for a 2-night stay and an IV drip? No insurance.
It's like 2K.
Yeah.
Shills out 2,000. How much money do you have on you?
Yeah, how much money are you
We
carrying?
need to work that out.
I thought we did work this out.
I think I have all of it on me.
Oh,
in
dangnabbit,
cash.
that chat box does.
I think I technically
How much money
have
did you bring in total to the Grail War? I think we mathed this out, didn't we?
100K minus. Well, it's like 120K minus the 30,000 wasted on materials because I botched those checks. Minus
Realized
5,000.
later weren't botched.
What?
Which we later realized weren't botched. We were doing things improperly. But we're
No,
still
that was
going to
the
say
plan.
you wasted them.
Yeah, so. Give or take 40K down,
Okay.
roughly.
So do you just carry cash around with you?
At the moment, yes.
So this isn't tied to like a bank account or a credit card or anything?
Not yet. I'm gonna go do that.
In Italy?
Why not?
Okay. I mean,
Offshore bank account.
Huh? Offshore bank account? Sure. Yeah.
Unless, would it stand to reason that I have a bank account to just deposit all of this in?
You probably have a bank account not in Italy, but one tied in Japan.
But would they have a branch here?
I don't know. Do you store your money in an international bank?
You need a Swiss bank account. You transfer your funds.
I'm about to.
So you're gonna open an international bank account. That's what you're telling me.
Yep. And I'm gonna make an initial
Are you gonna do that now, or are you head to where?
What time is it?
It's like an hour from sunset.
And they probably wouldn't be open.
So I mean, do you know the store hours of banks in Italy?
I mean, assuming it's what, summer?
Yeah.
Okay, assuming it's summer, an hour till sunset is like 7.
Okay.
What bank do you know of anywhere that's open for opening accounts at 7? No. Do you know of?
Which ones do you know of that aren't in Italy?
In Italy? I don't know about in Italy, but I know BB&T isn't open then. SunTrust isn't open then here. PNC isn't open then here. New Windsor State Bank isn't open then here, but that's a local bank, so I don't know about that one. Let's see, what else do we have around here? What other banks do we have around here? Can't remember what other banks we have around here.
Um, as far as Swiss bank accounts go, I'm currently reading on a website that their business days are any business day from 8 to 8. So
Think
8
we could
a.m. to
stake
8
out
p.m.
for another hour before I get there? Because I just realized I've got all this cash on me.
Yeah, it'd suck
have
if
to-
someone mugged you, like me, because you didn't buy me Ritas.
Who's other than you or other masters or servants? Who's going to mug me and live to tell
Other
the
than
tale?
you.
Who's going to try and mug me and live to tell the tale?
a professional mugger.
There won't be anybody.
Left.
I don't have faith in you.
I mean, you say that, but I can just immolate their body.
What if they're a better wizard than you?
What wizard is gonna go mug someone on the street?
A desperate one.
Desperate.
My head hurts now.
I mean, it's probably due to the concussion that you had. You probably shouldn't have waived those legal
No,
matters.
it's probably from the aneurysm out of sheer stupidity.
I didn't know you were that stupid.
Andrew, don't deafen me with your mic.
I apologize for any headphone users. We're gonna have to put an annotation warning headphone users.
Now that requires editing. We don't do that here.
God damn it. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go set up an offshore's bank account.
Okay. Where do you plan on doing this? Do you physically plan on going to a bank?
Yeah, that's generally how you do it.
Okay, I was just double checking. How much money did you say you have on you?
Give or take like 80K.
How do you
Oh.
carry that much on you? Credit card?
Dollar bills.
Dollar bills. Carry it in hundreds.
He's
You
carrying a
carry it?
briefcase with dollar bills.
Okay, so you have a briefcase that you're carrying.
Ah,
You are
it's
now you're a
it's a satchel.
target.
It's a purse.
You're a target.
He's got a man
Satchel.
purse. He's got a
Satchel.
satchel.
That makes you
Very
a
becoming.
target, though.
It's an adventurer's bag.
He is a
Uh-huh.
bandolier.
Bandolier. Not
Anywho.
bandolore. Bandoliers don't exist. A bandolier is like a pocketed belt that you wear across your chest.
Anywho, so you plan on going into a bank with a briefcase, okay?
Basically, yeah.
You meet a male receptionist, and he says, "Hello, how may I help you today, sir?"
Hello, I'd like to open an account.
Ah, splendid. We're gonna have to do a little bit of paperwork here, so you can just follow me into this back room.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so he sits you down in. You go into a small little office. It's not much, but it's got a nice little wooden desk. It's got a nice comfy chair. It's got a ficus in the corner.
A
you know?
ficus.
what?
A what?
A ficus.
what?
Yeah, he's got a ficus in the corner.
Plant.
Have you never watched Fairly Odd Parents, Andrew? I feel like
okay.
Andrew's looking up a ficus. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I am looking up a ficus.
Okay. Yeah, the man's got a ficus in the corner. You sit down in a nice with a brown leather comfy chair, and he's like, Now, you do understand there are some legal ramifications of setting up offshore bank accounts, of course, and there's
Yeah.
also the problem of actually depositing the funds. How will you be transferring this?
I've got this.
You open up a satchel of dollar bills. Like, are you just showing him? He's like, he just glares at it, and in his head, he's thinking, that's gonna be a pain to count.
I've got it
Also,
all
isn't that
stacked
yen?
into.
Yes, most of that is in yen.
So he's got
No, because I'm not stupid. I bring a mostly accepted currency in dollar
You didn't
bills.
say that the first time though.
Well, we've been calling it dollars.
This
Why
is
would we be
true.
calling it dollars if I've got a bag full of yen?
It was just easier to translate it.
Okay, you have United States currency in a bag, and he's like, may I inquire as to how much the contents of that bag are?
Give or take roughly 80,000.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, sir. You do know that opening a bank requires a bare minimum of $100,000 to have an offshore bank account with us.
Can I get an onshore bank account?
Unfortunately, no, sir. The policy here is that this is a rather prestigious investment opportunity, and we do require a bare minimum of $100,000 to open a bank at this particular location.
$100,000.
I can send you the link to the website I'm looking at right now, where I'm getting all this information from.
All right. Fair enough.
Because I was
Go to
curious.
the
and
Bank of Italy.
You should go to the Bank of Italy, the International Bank of
Is
Italy.
that a thing? Is there a Bank of Italy?
Is there a Bank of
There's
Italy?
a Bank of America. There's a Bank of England. Is there a
Rome,
Bank of Saudi Arabia?
Bank of Italy.
Is there a Bank of Japan?
Bank of Italy. There is a Bank of Italy.
There's a Bank of Italy.
Yeah. The Banca d'Italia. I kid you not. I'm going to their website right now.
Can you read it?
Yes, it's in English. We live in America.
Well, it's an Italian bank.
So you think they don't translate it for international users?
I don't know.
And this, Andrew, this is why you're stupid and will die alone.
Hey. I may be stupid. And I may die alone.
But at
But
least
this is not why.
This is not why.
Okay, you take another taxi to the Bank of Italy. You are walking up the front steps to the Bank of Italy, correct?
Yep. I swear if
Okay.
I get bombed again.
As you cross the threshold to the main platform of the Bank of Italy, roll a reflex save.
Oh my god. Did this person bomb every major building in the city? Oh my gosh. Who? No. Who procs bombs? Not only the Vatican, not only a hospital,
An international
but
hospital.
the bank. Who bombs a bank without robbing it? Oh my god. Oh, just one. What do we get?
Roll your reflex.
It did. 18.
Okay. It's /GM space R, correct?
no /GR and make
That's
your
just-
dice roll.
Okay. Okay, plus that. You take 32 damage.
Again?
Yes.
This is 2 less than last time.
Is it? Wow, I must have rolled low.
Now I have to go to the hospital again.
And you're so you get knocked actually forward onto the front door of this solid wooden door of the bank of the International Bank of Rome, Italy. And your face plants on the store hours, and you see that they close at 1:30 p.m. So not only are they not open, but you just got bombed.
Can I eat money to restore health?
No, you may not eat money to restore
I
health.
mean, you can eat your money.
Sun Wukong is in your head, and he's like, I wish I was there to see it. I felt the presence of a bomb go off in your face, and I wish I was there to see it. I've just been staring at a stupid church for the past couple of hours while you file paperwork.
Actually, I didn't even file paperwork because apparently we don't have enough money.
Why are you so broke? I expected someone with better finances. How do you... Do I have to carry the entire world on my back again?
I'm not broke. $80,000 is
It isn't
not
enough,
broke.
even enough to open a bank account. What a schmuck.
Yeah, because they're words that we do not use.
What?
Those people are a bunch of words that we don't use.
Jerks.
Words I don't use. Poppycock?
Jerks.
A Flib Norton.
What the hell is Flip Norton?
I don't know, I heard it once.
I don't believe you.
Out of game? I use that word frequently, thank you very much.
No, you
No,
do
you do
not.
not.
Yes,
no,
I do.
you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
It is my...
That is an outright lie.
That is one of my... That you can ask many people that go to my school. It is one of my favorite test words when testing code.
Flib Norton.
I use the... my code
Are
prints
you
out...
flibbing off Norton?
My code prints out Flib Norton if it works right now.
I have much. Oh. Anyway, guess I'll just go to the church now.
Wait, the church that Wukong's at?
Yes.
Okay, you hop another taxi. I'm just gonna say that this costs around $100 in total
Yeah, that's fair.
for all your taxi rides.
Dang, that's cheap so far.
Why is the Bank of Italy bombed?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Andrew.
as you are getting
No,
in,
I want to
you
see
s-
the rules for why these people bombed the Bank of Italy.
What do you
The
mean the
what?
roll?
I want to see. I want to see these people deciding, oh, you know, what would be a good place to bomb? You know, a place the Masters would definitely go? The Bank of Italy!
I feel like Andrew just salty for some reason. I don't know
I am
why.
salty. No one's gonna bomb a bank!
Just
It's
looks
not-
at Andrew expectantly, thinking he would realize somebody would bomb a bank.
No, someone did. Nobody would. You wouldn't download a house. Anyway, am I there yet?
So you are taking this cab away from the scene of a crime where you see police officers
Are
coming,
we there?
going, and you get to the church.
Miraculously not followed by any officers.
So no, you stop at the police. You stop at the train station, and Wukong meets you there. He's munching on a Big Mac. No.
How?
What do you mean how?
When?
What?
What money?
Who needs money? You're the one who's broke, not me.
I'm not broke.
Didn't even have enough to open up a bank account.
How did you get a... Where did you get that?
Ronald's.
How?
I walked into the kitchen, laying there in this beautiful, pristine paper wrapper, just waiting to be picked up in a slot with like dozens of other burgers. And the people there, they just make them on the grill and they put them in this slot. And I guess they wait for people to walk up and take them. It's wonderful charity.
No, they wait for people to go to the counter and buy them.
So that's why there was a long...
Yeah, how did you get into the kitchen without anyone noticing?
I don't know. Poof, why am I not here? Poof, why am I here? Poof, why am I not here?
How did you grab a burger then?
He reaches up to you and grabs you on the forehead and picks you up by the head. I don't know. How did I use my hand? It's astonishing.
How do you get a burger if you're in spirit form? You are a walking, talking plot hole!
Mom's a walking, talking plot hole.
No, my mother's dead!
Plot hole. What if she's alive?
That's not a plot hole, that's a plot twist!
Yeah, same difference. So's me being able to grab things while I'm intangible. How do you know I didn't grab it with my tail? How do you know I didn't knock out someone who worked there and dress up as them?
Because you just told me that you just walked into the kitchen and stole a McDonald's sandwich.
I mean, there was this really lovely lady. She was like 5'3", about a B. She had long black hair, blue eyes, you know.
Anyway, has anyone come out of the church yet?
Yeah. There were some schmucks that went in, some schmucks that went out. All looked like they were natives for the most part. Some Catholic, some Jewish. A couple of tourists walked into the cemetery.
Schmuck here, schmuck there, here schmuck, there schmuck, everywhere schmuck.
Exactly. No one of real importance. I mean, the bodyguards are still roaming around. They've got some weird eyes going at them because, you know, like, why are there people in suits around here? Haven't really disturbed anyone.
Shall we go in?
Could. Now, you see, we could do that. But here's a wild idea, right?
Yeah.
What if we didn't and we got Ritas?
There's no Ritas in Italy.
How do you know this? Have you ever been to Italy?
There can't be a Ritas in Italy. Hold on.
It's an Italian ice place!
Did you actually send me a link to Ritas in Italy?
I'm Googling it right now.
You have 15 minutes left for 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Okay. How about this? Either we go inside or we smash the crap out of this church. And then we get Ritas.
Ooh, like the sound of a victory gelati.
Now, here's the thing.
Now, what if there was the cow?
I am going to walk inside and find out if there are any innocents.
That's probably wise before, you know, I just bring
Because
the hammer
we're
down.
not going to go
the
murder
staff down.
a bunch of innocent
pole.
people. Like, property damage happens in a Grail War. You know what does it?
Yeah, you've already
not
caused a lot of
supposed to happen.
property damage.
No, the asshole who bombs the Vatican and the Bank of Italy and the hospital. That's the person who caused the property damage.
Really? Because from what I know, you've triggered 2 of those bombs.
Anyway, that's property damage. That's the thing that happens. You know what's not supposed to happen though? Innocent normie casualties.
Yeah, you caused a lot of those too. Oh my gosh, the people at the Vatican were injured. The people at the hospital were injured.
Fault.
Then why'd the bombs go off when you walked by?
Because someone set them to?
Exactly, your fault. You walked by. Shouldn't have done it.
Well, if I wasn't in Italy, they would have just set it up to blow up when someone else walked by. Also, how do we know it was specifically me? How do we know it just wasn't any mates that walked by that blows up a bomb? Huh?
Making excuses. I see plot holes. Much like your mom. Okay, well, you go into the church. You tell me if there are any people that I can't kill, and then I'll go in and you tell me the people that I can't kill.
All right, I'm gonna walk down to the church.
Okay, you walk down to the church. It's an old school church.
Gothic.
Very, very Gothic, but it also looks like it's also has very strong Roman roots. Like it might have been remodeled a couple of times, but it's been here for a long time. And it looks very, very I don't know, stoic, proper, well frequented as well. You're not the only person coming and going. A lot of people.
A lot of people.
A lot of people. Well, I mean, not too many people. Like I say, a lot of people, but it's like I don't know, a good half dozen are frequently coming, like are in the building at a time.
So I guess I'll walk in.
Okay, you go in. Big wooden solid doors with knobs. It's actually there ends up being like 4 entranceways, and they're kind of like staggered. And you end up going in one of the doors. Very very standard stained glass lights coming through some stained glass windows, illuminating around 16 rows of pews. There's a big podium up at the top. There are two
This is all gonna be
booths
gone
on
in the
either
morning.
side of you. What'd you say?
This is all gonna be gone in the morning.
Terrible person. There are two booths on either side that you can go to. And people are scattered around, sitting at the pews. A couple of people. One person's coming out of the booth. And you see a man in like white robes walking around.
I go up to the man in the white robes. Does he look familiar at all?
He looks like an old white-haired Italian man in white priest robes. How many of those do you know?
Priest man.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess I'll walk up to him. See if I can get his attention for a moment.
Okay, so he's walking around, and what do you? He's just walking by. He doesn't seem to notice you.
I tap his arm.
Tap his arm. He kind of like jumps like he's spooked. He says, "Oh, wait, no, I didn't see you there. Pardon me."
Excuse me, Father. Do you think I could have a moment of your time?
Of course, son, not a problem.
Just into the corner of the room, or I guess into the confessional.
Okay, he'd set you down in the confessional, and he'd sit obviously opposite to you, so you're facing away. And he's like, "Have you come to confess your sins?"
Alright, now here's where I need to check my bluff.
That's pretty bad.
Just trying to lie. Lying to a priest.
Alright, so, Father, I assume that you are at the moment well aware that there have been bombings recently in the city.
I may have or may have
Yes,
caused.
such a tragic event.
Yes, they are quite tragic. Now, I am not saying that I am part of these, and that's not why I've come here today. I have come here today to warn you that I work with Italian intelligence, and we have gotten information that your church might be another target.
Oh, how terrible.
Now, ought I roll bluff now?
Probably should. That's a bluff kind of thing.
Woot!
For the 24, you're wooting.
I'm trying
It's
to think.
not bad.
It's not great either. No, it's actually a good roll, but
Okay. So he's like, "Oh, well, pardon me, sir. Then why are we in the confessional booth if this is what you're coming to tell me?"
Well, mostly because I wanted to speak it more privately, so as to not spark a panic.
I could have very well taken you to a back room. We do have offices here in the church.
Yes, but some suspicious man walking into the church and then taking the priest to a back room is kind of eye-raising. Meanwhile, some ragtag-looking fellow pulling the priest into a confessional. Now, that's an everyday occurrence, wouldn't you say?
Fair enough, sir. I mean, you work for the Italian intelligence. You would probably know better than.
It is kind of our job to not be noticed.
Well, very well. Thank you for your kind of warning. Is there anything I could do?
Well, I would recommend getting any innocent civilians out of the church.
I mean, you said there's a bomb threat. You didn't say that it was necessarily going to be happening. Exactly.
Yes, but considering considering the evidence, it is very likely that this is their next target.
Considering what evidence? They just targeted something huge like the Vatican and a hospital. Why would they be coming after my tiny little?
Pretty sure that's what a bluff check is for. Real quick,
Yeah, bluff it.
because a bluff check is for being able to lie your way into proof.
Yeah, you're trying to say that someone's gonna bomb this church, and you know for a fact that it's gonna happen. So yeah, I definitely want a bluff check. He's
Modifiers.
going to ask you how soon you think he would need to evacuate everyone out of the church.
Within the day.
In the day.
I would recommend.
Well, normally we
I'm
close the
hoping
doors
that if
around
we-
at 10,
I'm
and we
hoping
have the
that if-
cleaning staff come in, and then I would allow when it would be closed around 11.
Shoot, what day of the week is it right now?
I can't remember canonically if I've said anything. I feel like it's like a Wednesday or a Thursday.
Okay, so not around the Sabbath. Got it.
No, it's not around the Sabbath. He says normally he closes the doors around 10 and up and the cleaning staff comes in, and then he normally ends up everyone's left by 11.
I would recommend not letting people in the next day.
So that would create quite a ruckus on why we are not opening our doors, but I will try and keep it a little on the down low.
Deep cleaning.
Cleaning. I guess we could say we are trying to clean the chapel bells or something for the matter.
Something that would work, yeah. I'm hoping that if we eliminate if we get all the innocents out, that they might not target the church. So, if this works, we might avoid we might avoid another tragedy.
It's very wise use. Thank you for your time.
All right. For your time. I'll be going now.
Okay, you exit the confessional. He waits a couple of minutes and then he also exits the confessional.
I'm gonna and then leave.
Okay, he also nods and he says, "A peace be with you."
Not like Japanese bow, like
Yes,
bowing
he's gonna do the same, and he's
well, like as I exit the confessional, but
yeah. He's gonna do the same, and he says, "A peace be with you."
I'll leave now.
Okay, so you leave the church. What are you planning on doing now?
No, I'm planning on going back up to Wukong.
Okay, you trek yourself like 2 blocks away to the top of the building where you last. So he tells you where he is. Before you just met him near the train station, but he's like, I wanted a better vantage point.
Alright.
He's like, all you gotta do is walk through the back door, go through the woman's shower, climb through the window, climb through the little awkward fencing where some vines are growing up, and then tip.
Or I can just go into the back alley and boost myself up. How high is the building?
Yeah, but that's no fun.
It's plenty fun, you'll see. How high is the building?
I don't know, like 40 feet?
40 feet? Easy.
Well, okay.
Is there an alleyway between the building?
Yeah, there's an alleyway between the building. It's like 2 blocks away. You can walk there fine.
So like this is an alleyway connected to the same building?
Yes.
Okay. So I get in the alleyway, and I will look around for any bystanders and bywatchers.
You don't see any now.
Okay, don't see it. Is there a clear shot up?
Yeah, there's a clear shot up.
Alrighty. I have to go to my spells. Where is it? It's a level 3. Air Geyser.
Okay.
This is a spell that, when cast, creates a small burst of air that launches an opponent or yourself upwards, equal to a distance of 5 times your caster level, 60 feet.
Okay.
It would normally do damage, but I have elemental resistance to my element.
Okay. It's fine.
Of 20, and it can only do 2d6 of damage, so...
Okay.
How long are we going?
I was just gonna get through this encounter.
Okay.
Alright, so that is blasting up, or blast off.
Yep, you launch into the air and you actually exceed the ceiling of the building, and you are now in midair, like 15 feet above this building.
So I'm gonna roll an acrobatics check to land.
Okay, you can do so. Roll for it.
That's an average. But it's only a 15-foot drop. What is the...
I think like that's the bare minimum for like a 5-foot drop, Andrew.
No.
Yeah.
For what is acrobat? Oh, yeah, no, Andrew.
Acrobatics for straight falling from 15 feet up.
Cross narrow surfaces, move through threatened squares, jumping and falling. 4 high jumps, 4 long jumps. No. Okay. It is this falling. It's 5 per 5 feet. If it's greater than 4 feet.
It is, so you needed a bare minimum of 15 feet to make that.
All right.
Okay.
Ow.
You feel a swelling in your left ankle.
Wait, do I have? Wait. Shoot. I think I have Featherfall.
And as you're seething on the ground, ah,
Are you?
Long's like,
keeping a
aren't
secret
you
that
a
there's-
magician? Don't you
Forgot
do magic?
to use Featherfall. Ow. Mm.
Why do I always get the stupid? Anyway, so like I said, right now they've got about half a dozen people set up around the church. It looks like they set up a couple of motion sensors, a few cameras, but they're not disturbing the general public. But I definitely think that somewhere around the church or cemetery, the enemies, the little girl and the large man in the blazer, set up some form of base of operations. I haven't been able to tell where though. It seems like the whole area is just really foggy for vision. I can't sense anyone in there anymore.
The church?
Well, I mean, like no strong magical presence like a servant.
Is it like you're being blocked, or just that they've left?
Yes.
You mean
I
yes?
I can't tell. I don't know. It was there. Now it's not there. They could have left, but I thought I would have sensed them left. It does feel like I said, something's obtruding my vision and sense. Maybe a magical barrier.
It's probably a caster then. Because typically a master wouldn't be capable of doing something that would affect a servant so strongly. Under normal assumptions.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's getting dark, and I only ate like 17 burgers and like 13 churros. We could go for dinner, and then head back to the apartment, check on it in the morning.
Fine, we'll go and get dinner again
And
and
third
pay for it
breakfast.
this time.
Why, the lovely lady named Raquel at the McReynolds, like remember the one I was telling you, 5'3",
hate
dark
you.
blonde hair.
Raquel.
She seemed like she was perfectly okay with me just walking in and taking.
She didn't see you.
Yes, she did. I told you. I had a wonderful conversation with her, and then I skirted through in the kitchen and stole. Not even stole, just took the burger
That's
after a wonderful
stealing!
conversation. I look. She said I seemed like a lovely person and that she would get my phone number, whatever that meant. I don't have a mobile device, so I gave her the one for the Papa John's across the street. I don't think she seemed to notice.
That's
But
rude, dude.
I don't have a mobile device, and you think I was gonna make it seem like I wasn't cool enough to have one? No, that might diminish my figure. What?
Why don't we get you one?
No, I don't. I have a phone. Mr. Poor Man can't open a bank account.
Why did you get phone numbers if you didn't have a phone?
She
What was the
offered
whole
it.
point of that plane? Of that shenanigans on the plane?
What do you mean? I bought this really red ball, and he squeaks a red ball in front of you, and he puts it away, and he's like, I got this really cool hat, and he puts on a
Yeah, and you got
beanie.
the name and phone numbers of every female on the plane.
Yeah, I know. I got it listed on this notepad, and
Okay. Why did you get the phone numbers?
Hotel.
so I can prank call them from the hotel and tell them that I'm Steve from the office.
But how did you know we would have a hotel?
I don't know. Where were you planning on staying? A garbage dump?
I was planning on staying at a hotel, but how
Well,
did you...
there you go. Worst comes to worst, I'll just take your phone. Do you know how boring it gets?
It would be less boring if we got you a phone.
All right.
You look stoned.
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, you
Oh,
had this like Like,
How do you know he isn't right now?
No, I was talking to you.
You.
No, I know, but that's the facial expression that he's
I was
making. How do
talking
you
to
know?
you, Hakushu.
That's a great show.
Okay, so we're gonna end it off there with you, servant, dramatically going off, walking away
So
from
bad
this
at this.
eventful day where you found that a base may be in a cemetery, and you got another 2 bombs in your little. I think that
Bob's a hospital.
just about wraps it up for this episode. So thank you everyone for watching, and
Thanks,
we will be back
guys.
on our regularly scheduled program.
Sorry, I'm bad at this.
Yeah, you're fine. All right,
Thanks.
we'll see ya. Bye.
All right, see you. Bye.